Hey you guys, so this dropped in my spirit. I know I said we were doing the series of exposing the enemy, but God had dropped this in my spirit, so I'm going to come and share. This is the season that we are going to have to touch and agree with the things that God has promised us, right? If you are prophetic, if you have spiritual gifts, God always show you what to expect or what's coming when it comes to your next. Okay, and so when he show you things, you're gonna have to go and touch and agree. So for instance, I'm gonna give an example. So with me, with my doctorate degree, when I was just like getting close towards the end, I almost felt like I was going to give up. Well, one of the things that God had conditioned me to do was to put my degrees and stuff on the wall, and was to buy the frame, right, to make room for the degree. Even though I didn't have it in my possession, I made room for it on my wall, even though it wasn't in my possession yet. So that was me really kind of like touching and agreeing. And even in that space, y'all, I kid you not, when I came towards the end of getting close to the finish line to getting my degree, I walked into my computer area and I saw from my side angle my degree on the wall already, even though it wasn't there. God had shown me in the spirit it was there, let me know that it was coming, and I had touch and agree. And like I said, God will show you, if you're prophetic, you're a child of his, he will always prepare you and show you your next. And so some of y'all, God might be calling y'all to a different location to move. Some of y'all, God might be calling y'all to get another car because he's preparing you for your family that he's about to bless you with, whether you're, expecting marriages and having kids, or just your assignment. You're going to need a bigger vehicle or another vehicle. You're trusting God for something. God is saying this is the season that you're going to have to go out and touch and agree. Go out. I don't care what your bank account look like. I don't care what people are saying that might seem impossible. Go out, touch and agree. Test drive the car that you feel like God is calling you to get. Go out, touch and agree, and walk the areas in which you want to buy a house at or have a house in. Walk that community. Get a feel of that community. Go looking at houses. Go to open houses. Go looking at houses. You have to prepare your spirit and prepare yourself for the stuff to come to manifest in the natural. All right, it done manifested in the spirit already. However, you have to touch and agree with that thing in the natural, and you're gonna have to put action to it, even when it don't make sense. Y'all, when it came to me getting certain cars, I would go out and rent different cars to see which one that I would like to have and to own. And y'all, whenever I got my cars, I had touch and agree with it because I rented the car. Like I had the car, I rented the car for like a weekend or for a week, just to get a feel of me driving the car, the bells and whistles, all this other good stuff, and if I felt like that car would be a good fit for me. And I would do that frequently until I actually found the car and said, okay, God, I think this is the one. To where I finally touch and agree with it, and then lo and behold, months later, I end up getting a car. The exact same kind of car, same color, with the bells and whistles that I had wanted. So God is saying this is the season to touch and agree. I don't care how crazy it might seem, to touch and agree. And it's going to happen kind of like spontaneously, y'all, because God might send you for one thing, to do one thing, and you might end up doing something else. Like, for instance, God might send you to the dealership to get your car service, and while you're there at the dealership, you're looking around at the other cars that God has dropped in your spirit, that maybe it'll be your upgrade car, your car that you can get. And then it might turn into you outside looking at the car, talking to the salesperson, to you actually test driving the car and touching and agreeing with the car. That's how God will work. I'm telling you, that's how God will work. And so God is saying this is the season, the time, and the place, and the hour to touch and agree to touch and agree with the things that he has promised you. Touch and agree with the house. Touch and agree with the cars that he has promised you. A lot of people, I have known to do this myself, will walk the dealerships and start praying and speaking like over the things that they've been asking and praying God for, speaking over the car, speaking over the house, going out there walking, praising and thanking God. A lot of people thought they were crazy, but it ended up manifesting because their spirit touched and agreed to what God was telling them to touch and agree with. A lot of prophetic people have did this, a lot of ministers have did this, but like I said, God is saying for you, this is a season for you to touch and agree. And then whenever God was mentioning this, he also reminded me of the keys. God gave us instruction to go out and get keys. All right, so we go out and got the keys, we pray over the keys, but now it's time to put our action and our faith, the work to go out and touch and agree what those keys are attached to. Right? Go out, house honey, go out, just go out and look. Just go out and ride in nice communities. Go out to the different car dealerships to see what type of car, to see how you feel in the car, to see if the car fits you, to find out about the bells and whistles and stuff about the car. Y'all do it. Okay? That's you coming and touching and agreeing with what God has called you to have in this season, in this hour. So, all right, you guys, I love you. Go out, touch and agree. I don't care what your bank account look like. I don't care what people are saying. Go out, touch and agree. Okay? And I love you guys, and I will chat with you all later.